Assalamualaikum and a very good evening. Today I am honored to present my thesis on the anti-obesity and anti-diabetic properties of citrus maxima leaf extracts. Before delving deeper into the details of my research, let me first provide some background on the study. According to World Health Organization, diabetes is a chronic disorder caused by insufficient insulin synthesis by the pancreas or the body's inability to properly utilize the insulin it produces. While for obesity, obesity is a chronic or complex condition that defined by the build-up of the excessive fat deposits that can negatively affect health. It increases the risk of developing type 2 diabetes and heart disease, weakens bone health and reproductive systems, and raise the vulnerability to certain malignancies. Diabetes and obesity together can create a dangerous cycle that significantly increase the risk of serious heart complications such as kidney damage and fatty liver disease. Next, I will continue by sharing some information about the Citrus maxima plant. Citrus maxima is its scientific name, but it is also commonly known as pomelo. It belongs to the Rutaceae family. This tropical plant originates from Southeast Asia and is cultivated for its large and spherical fruit. The fruits are traditionally used to address cough and fevers, while the leaves are utilized in the management of epilepsy and convulsive cough. The problem arises from the use of synthetic drugs in the management of diabetes and obesity. Medications such as metformin for diabetes and orlistat for obesity often cause side effects like headache, diarrhea, worsening heart disease, and weight gain. Additionally, synthetic drugs for diabetes and obesity are usually expensive, making them unaffordable for some patients, which may lead to skipping dose due to financial constraints. Lastly, the limited availability of certain medications such as Zepbound and Wegovy has resulted in shortage due to high demand, making it difficult for many patients to access these treatments. The objective of this study are firstly to extract the leaf of Citrus maxima by using maceration extraction method. Secondly, to evaluate the anti-diabetic and anti-obesity properties of the crude extract by using alpha amylase and pancreatic lipase inhibitory assays respectively. And lastly, to determine the total phenolic content of the crude extracts via full culture calorimetric method. Moving on to the methodology. For preparation of leaf extracts, the powder of Citrus maxima leaf was macerated in ethanol for 10 days. After maceration, the solution was filtered using filter paper to remove the solid residues. Finally, the filtrate was evaporated using a rotary evaporator at 40 degrees Celsius to concentrate the for alpha amylase inhibition assay, the ethanolic extract and acarbose were mixed with starch enzyme, zero point 0.1 molar hydrochloric acid, and iodine solution. The absorbance of the reaction mixture was then measured using a UV spectrophotometer. This step helps determine the inhibitory effects of the extract on alpha amylase activity. For pancreatic lipase inhibition assay, the ethanolic extract was mixed with buffer, enzyme, and olive oil. The mixture was centrifuged at 1200 rpm for 10 minutes, and the upper layer was removed. The lower layer was combined with phenolphthalein and titrate using zero point 0.2 normality sodium hydroxide. This test measures the extract's ability to inhibit pancreatic lipase. For the determination of total phenolic content, the ethanol extract was mixed with distilled water and Folin Chew culture reagent after adding 10% sodium carbonate solution and agitating for 10 minutes. The mixture was incubated in the dark at 20 degrees Celsius for 2 hours. The absorbance was measured at 764 nanometer using a UV spectrophotometer. This step determines the phenolic content in the extract, which reflects to the antioxidant potential. Next, I will move to results and discussion. Firstly, yield of crude extracts. Maceration is a straightforward method that involves soaking plant material in a solvent for a minimum of 3 days with occasional agitation. Using 69% ethanol as the solvent for Citrus maxima peel resulted in the highest yield, producing 41.2 grams of extracts. In this study, the yield of the ethanolic extracts from Citrus maxima leaf was 21.73%. Moving on to the alpha amylase inhibitory assay. Inhibition of alpha amylase slows down carbohydrate breakdowns, helping to regulate blood glucose levels. The ethanol extract of Citrus maxima leaf had an IC50 value of 108.76 microgram per ml, which is more potent than acarbose, a standard reference with an IC50 value of 254.007 microgram per ml. This indicates that EECML is more effective in inhibiting alpha amylase. A previous study also confirmed that extracts from Alvohora bilimbi were more potent than acarbose. Acarbose demonstrate the highest inhibition of alpha amylase activity at 67.71%. While ethanol extract exhibit the most substantial alpha amylase inhibition at 82.15%. The percentage inhibition shows that EECML was more effective in blocking alpha amylase enzyme than acarbose. Next, for pancreatic lipase inhibition assay, pancreatic lipase break down triglycerides, so inhibiting this enzyme can help manage obesity by reducing fat absorption. The IC50 value for EECML was 171.72 microgram per ml, showing a dose-dependent increase in inhibition. As the concentration of the extract increased, so did its inhibitory effect. Finally, for total phenolic content, total phenolic content of the extracts was determined using a calibration curve with gallic acid. EECML contained 20.20 milligram gallic acid equivalent per gram dry weight, which aligns closely with a previous study that reports a content of 22.24 milligram gallic acid equivalent per gram dry weight for Citrus maxima leaf. This confirms that our findings are consistent with previous research. As the conclusion, the study demonstrates that macerating Citrus maxima leaf using ethanol was effective. The ethanol extract had strong inhibitory effect on both alpha amylase and pancreatic lipase. The highest alpha amylase inhibition was recorded at 108.76 microgram per ml. Pancreatic lipase inhibition showed an IC50 value of 171.72 microgram per ml, and lastly, the total phenolic content was 20.20 milligram gallic acid equivalent per gram dry weight, highlighting the extract's antioxidant potential. Moving forward, these recommendations are proposed. Firstly, researchers can isolate specific compounds from the crude extracts to determine which contribute to enzyme inhibition. Secondly, test with different incubation times for all solvents to optimize extraction conditions. And lastly, conduct additional in vitro or in vivo studies to assess how the extracts or compounds impact starch digestion and fat absorption on cellular or animal models.